Welcome into the game, everybody. It's time to get things started here between ATK and TeamOne. And, of course, we are starting here on Mirage, TeamOne's pick. ATK playing with Rec as a stand-in. If you're just joining us right now, they've removed Pluto. They're planning to play with Coconito at Pro League. Coconito, formerly of Blue Jays, a team that made a strong old run in the EU Challenger League. He'll be swapping continents, presumably. Not actually sure about the logistics on that. Swisher finds a head in mid. And so the pistol round is firmly underway. Good old A-take going on here. Smokes up. Should be a bomb plant as a result. Classic. A little bit different with this deep cat control. This has actually been a different look. And IDK is going to come through it. All right. ATK caught off guard. Now a swift series of kills coming in. And, well, this is looking disastrous. Left to miss him and DJ to try and recover as the bomb starts to take away here, Boggs.
Yeah, already getting the bomb down is great for Team1, but that deep cat control plus getting the bomb down, being able to hold at the A site, absolutely fantastic. DJ with a huge one to Pesa. It's retake time, and there's a kit for Mistum. They're holding, they're praying, but Mistum has the win here as he gets out of there and should be able to get out of there alive. He will get all the kills in the end, too.
Wow.
Man, that's a good individual play from Mistum, and in terms of having the kit in the smoke, which you don't see the kits too often anymore on the CT sides. It's armor and dual Berettas. DJ holding the line, buying enough time. Good teamwork between those two ATK players, then Mistum just getting the extra kills. Doesn't mean this round's going to be an easy one for ATK.
No, investment's coming through, but that's a... it's not actually. Right. All right, Hero Rifle. This is anti-meta, so I kind of like it. Actually, I don't know if I like it. I'm thinking about it. IDK better click some heads.
You were saying?
Nope. Especially since he called it. You know, you got to perform. And now they've left the rifle out in no man's land. They don't have utility to recover it. So, take a mulligan on the round, I guess. IDK will play with a Mac 10 in the next. I like the run boost. Neat idea. But now it just means they know exactly where base is. And they ain't do with that. Really? So, well, that's interesting. Something. Let's highlight Mistum, though. Huge play in the pistol round. He has been stepping up massively as an individual, really since their successful Challenger League season, right? The season where they won, we saw a huge turnaround in terms of his individual performance, and part of it was just that they finally sort of formatted the team to an extent where he felt comfortable enough calling that he could think about his own crosshair more often, and it's led to some tremendous individual results.
Yeah, he's really looked good as of late. He's also their primary entry fragger, which you don't normally see the IGL as that first man in, and he's pretty solid at it too. Wins about 1 out of every 2 entry duels, so he's a very good player individually. He's a very good in-game leader. He reads the game incredibly well, and it's great to see him still performing to that individual level despite all the flux going around his team. DJ's got to step up solid as the B anchor, though. That's the problem with being the B anchor. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's just a one and done. That's what happens right there.
Bowden on the flank. Bowden on the flank is going to get cheeky. I think he's been spotted, but he has frozen him out to a certain degree. That was ambitious from Rat, and now indeed this is going to be over. Bowden on the flank can never really get activated. He's going to try and back away, save his weapon, save his armor, keep it alive on next. And that will be Team1 on the board with a comfortable B take.
Now, will they get the extra kill onto Bowden, too? TRK is at least hunting for it. Bowden might get caught as he creeps up con. Spotted, not removed, and TRK thinks better of the long-range duel. The MP9, solid at the mid and long ranges as well, but I think Bowden will... If he actually just sits in the corner, he'll survive. Nobody's going to peek that far into him. But...
Or will they?
I don't think it's worth it.
No, they probably won't.
Yeah, just play the exit angles like they're doing right now. Leave them to the rat hole. Oh,
he peeks.
Bowden does go hunting.
All right. I mean, wanted the extra money, wanted something. Extra $600 would have been nice. Instead, he's left with very little in this round. Probably just going to be a bit of an eek here for ATK. Want to get healthy towards that AWP early on. They've got it over on the Maluk side. So why not? Take your lumps right here, right now. See if you can't get back. You mentioned it already in the pregame, but this is an ATK that has not looked up to our estimation in terms of their Challenger League campaign. I mean, this is a team that, you know, once upon a time was expected to go nigh flawless here in the regular season, and it hasn't been that to open their run.
No, and I would say even coming to the season, they were still expected to be a top 3, top 4 team in the region in this level. So Their performance so far this season has been met with a lot of strife, and I would say it's not just other expectations. I would say it's their own expectations they failed to stand up to,
Mm.
which can create a whole other cycle of pressure. And hopefully they don't let that get to them, because this is still a solid team, and they do have Pro League on the docket. And I think that's really what they need to be focusing on, is working towards EPL and trying to have a good showing there on the big stage. This is the minors here. They're looking to do it in the show. That's what they have to do.
Mm.
And it's going to be hard with the lack of practice with new players.
IDK has left a really interesting window into this round. It shouldn't matter because it's just USPs and his team is going to kill everyone. But he was playing so tucked in towards mid on chair that he actually really did leave the back door open, that they could have flanked out Maluk and made this much more interesting. But fortunately, just USPs. TeamOne doesn't need to worry about that so much. Still, that's going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye on, those mid lurks, if they give that much space over to ATK, if there might be an exploitability there. Vulnerability, shall we say. Ops out for Bowden. This is a duel we'll want to keep an eye on throughout this series. Bowden and Maluk. The old tested veteran against the young, spicy Swede. Oh, and Bowden strikes first, finding Pesadelo, taking him on down low, and now able to reformat and refocus on towards that A defense, which is where TeamOne wants to roll. A lot of utility being dumped here by ATK, but this is just a bait. This is just a fake. It did pull the opera off the angle. So mission accomplished. Nice nades in, wreck, dumpstered, and this is going very much to plan for TeamOne. They should get a chance to plant the bomb here. They're still dumping util, so Bowden will actually take advantage of that to get on top of Ticket, collect his, and get back away. No, he doesn't even get away. Oh, you're a madman, Bowden. No scopes, shots flying. What on earth is happening? Bowden, you are actually insane for that one. Deranged in the membrane, but it still just goes 1 for 1. Now the utility's gone. They're going to re-smoke Calm, but there's vulnerabilities. There's openings here. It's going to be a chance to fight back through for these two players CT, and this is going to get interesting. Maluk's tagged up. Swisher finds the gap. He's through the smoke. He gets 1. He gets 2. Big blunder here. Mob's trusting that smoke far too much, and Swisher will polish it off for a triple kill and a round win for ATK.
The old saying, smokes aren't walls. Swisher proves that one right there. Creeps on through, catches them all. Big individual play from Swish, and exactly what ATK needed. They keep 3 alive as well, and they've gone for the double op setup. One of those donated thanks to TeamOne. So Bowden and Swisher now will hold on to the secondary ops. Actually, no, okay, Swisher will still hold that. He was dropping weaponry over. Looks to be towards Wreck. But the CT economy still not established. They've got kits this time. They've got the full buy, but not a lot of money left over in the bank. DJ and Bowden both at 1,900. Everybody else broke as can be. And TeamOne still have a little bit of residual cash and maybe a Halls pop coming in through the call.
Looking like they're up Palace. Looking like they're up Palace fast. And they're in. Rack is playing as their ticket player. That's a lot of responsibility to give on the stand-in. Sort of solo A, setting up the rest of the team to play retake most of the time. Missed him committed into the fight. So he'll be laid low. Good flashbang, good kill. Mobs taken out of play. There were nades to chase. Wreck would be a dead man, and indeed it's going to be the op to put him down. Man disadvantage here. Lurker coming in the form of IDK. This is a very hairy situation. Good shot for Swish. But they need to clear this out. They have no idea. They have no idea that IDK is here. He's going to try and get 2 out of it, and he's going to succeed. Round over, complete demolition, and Swisher just trying to save this AWP.
It's a war of attrition early, and that will never favor the CT side. TeamOne keeping ATK on the brink. And even if Swisher saves the op, he's not going to have much to be able to do with it because his teammates aren't going to be able to buy around him. Missed him, still at 1,400 in the bank. And TeamOne finding kills from across the board. Maluki actually the top one up on the scoreboard, though, with 7 so far. But really, there hasn't been a weak spot for TeamOne yet, and you can't say there has necessarily been for ATK either. It's just the calls have been much stronger for TeamOne on this T side so far. Oh wait, a force up for ATK?
Yeah, I don't mind this AWP. I think it gets spicy. I mean, they're obviously betting a lot onto this round, but I think in terms of trying to stop this early momentum lead from the T side, knowing that your loss bonus is putrid, I kind of like the bold call. Let's see. Completely conceding mid, considering they have an op, is a little bit bold. That's scoped up in towards apartments. They're trying to catch people off guard with this, but it is going to be an A take, so that op's going to need to get around rather sharpish. You've only got the one rifle here paired with pistols. That being said, it's 5.7, so 5.7 can get spicy.
5-7 up close around that corner. 1, 2, 3. They could all be gone. But it's a good read from Team One. They've been hitting A consistently. They throw some smokes and they back off.
If Swisher trusts
good heads up play.
His read, this could be huge. And as Rec gets this information, they're going to be very ready for this. DJ's here. He's got a pop flash to try and bail his teammate out, presumably as the tape comes through. But a lot of pressure is still going to be on Swisher. He's got to hit this and get out the window. There's the hit. There's the kill. He's out. He's gone. That's what they were hoping for. And he's actually going to go back for a repeat. That's a little much there. Little much. And now you lose the second player and things are starting to fall apart. You got Pesadelo on the lurk. It's complete chaos. Do they expect Bodenmaster to be at the bench? That is the only thing that could work out here at this point. Bodenmaster's position is unknown. He's got one. He's got two. Bomb's down. 20 seconds. Doesn't know where the last is. But this sets up a clutch. It's winnable. TRK just down to 30 HP. If he gets body tagged, he's done for. Missed him checking right, checking left, finds the timing, finds the kill, and should get the AWP to boot. So it's still a massively expensive round, but without a bomb down, it's expensive for both sides this time around. Swisher going for that repay click, me and my MM games.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's an over-aggressive call from Swish, and I get he's feeling it. That first shot was clean, but sometimes staying alive. At the same time, though, too, having an op close range on B side, it's not going to be an easy fight.
My thing is
I think he was counting on the flash from DJ, though.
Yeah, I thought that might be coming through, and it didn't. So, don't know what happened there. Either way, Bowden going to get the opener. Missed him, follow up. Here's the overextension again. You get that kill, you fade away into underpass. You're such a nightmare for them. But they want that extra piece, and it is working, to be fair. Now they're very much committing into this mid fight. So far, so good. IDK with one, but bomb dropped in mid. What can IDK do? 19 points of health. Yeah, he's got a little bit of positioning advantage in terms of there's a couple of different routes he could have taken, but apparently he's just going to sit here and wait for a minute 15 to see if he can't kill somebody. Either way, this is a huge round for ATK. This, provided they don't drop to IDK here late, you can actually keep guns alive. You can actually start to build. You chain 2 rounds back to back, which has seemed a nigh impossibility at this juncture in the map. And here's where we start to see that CT side get its feet under it.
Yeah, I think the only chained round so far was the pistol in the following second round. So it's been a long time since the team has been able to put 2 on the board in a row. ATK should be able to do that, and they are sitting like hens on an egg along that bomb. So it's a good job by ATK not going for the hunt. They know they don't have money, and realistically speaking, they can't afford to lose another player. So it's a good decision here, a disciplined call from ATK, and they're looking solid right now so far. To CT Mirage, yes, but at the same time, they're not looking too rattled. Rec's been put in some pretty tough spots, but he has delivered when he's had a chance to, and he's been bullied too by some of the utility from Team One. So he hasn't exactly got the warmest of welcomes in this matchup.
No.
But
I mean, again, they put him in a lot of responsibility, being that solo A player so often. Yeah, you're just going to get your stuff wrecked sometimes. Which I guess is fitting with his name. Maybe they just read his name. Spray was like, I know where to put you. Make you live up to it. Get wrecked every round.
Well, there's a lot of expectation for Rec, though. I mean, his team did qualify for the RMR. So.
Who is he playing with?
You gotta say. I'm pretty sure he was playing with Ur.
Is he on Ur?
Yeah. Ur. Good to see Walker back, too. Just want to point that out there.
Walker be walking.
You do be walking.
Oh, he is on Ur. All right. Well, that's going to be interesting then. I have liked Rec at various points in his career. A lot of potential. Still very young. And good head clicker for sure.
Mm-hmm. That whole team.
Oh, go ahead.
That whole team is a good amount of young talent.
Yeah.
So.
Head clickers. Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how
well
well
they
they're going to fare
3-1 too.
on more structured teams on land, but I'm very curious to find out.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have a coach technically.
No, I mean they threw the game together to try and make the RMR, right? Like I don't think there's a lot of planning going on there.
Hopefully there's a little more when it comes down to it, but I hope that team sticks around if they can.
I mean, you know, if that team made the major, it would actually be Valve's just absolute ideal for how they want Counter-Strike to work and esports in general. Because in their eyes, the ultimate vision of the open qualifier system for the major is that you and 4 friends could make a team and qualify, right? No org support, no coaches, none of that. Just good old-fashioned Counter-Strike. So that would be like the just, I don't know how you would describe it, the immaculate teamception. They would be so very happy to see. Now, that would be bold, to say the least, but hey, stranger things have happened in the world. Bomb plan here would be a strange thing, and it's not going to happen. Missing with a nice couple. Wreck is low. Don't know about that swing, Bowden. Chasing them eeks. Getting a little spicy with it, and they've lost the op. But it's all right. They can reinvest.
Mistim's gonna have to buy an op and nothing else.
Yeah,
or glass cannon.
Yeah, well, that was kind of a break. That was a rougher. That was a brain buffer moment. Chase the eco frag. Bowden's been in NA too long. He's really got the NA juice in him. He wants those ecos.
He chased the rabbit, Mike.
Chased the rabbit, and now he's broken his ankle in the rabbit hole. If he was a racehorse, he'd be put down now, but he's not. We have medical care.
I think we do anyway. 4 out middle right now from TeamOne. Lurking towards a ramp. Probably a mid-A split on the cards. Unless they want to audible this one up cat. No real vision that direction. Bowden's got the heavy aggression towards ramp with Rek. If Malbs gets even 1 out of this, the whole jig could be up, and that's a good opening from Rek. Onto a very good player in Malbs. And now ATK might just scale around, and this rotation from TeamOne back into A. They're going to deathball the situation from the looks of things and just try and take out that ramp control and scale forward onto the site.
All right, Rek. Time to get wrecked. Gonna say earn your keep. Not so much. Bowden hits the 1. He's away. Does he have support? Not quite. Needs it. Needs it. Needs that rifle from jungle. He swings out for 1 more. That's spicy, to say the least. Mistim's trying to run a foot race here, get to hack out and keep his team in a man advantage for the retake, because now this round is very much in doubt. From a man advantage and massive map control to a site lost and a little bit of spiciness, and DJ gets his head ripped from his shoulders. This is a rough round for ATK. They need to recover here. This could really send them reeling early on. Look at IDK just trying to play the clock, trying to whittle this one out. Tucking on in here. You got Maluk set up in towards the firebox. They're going to try and play this slow, and I mean, it makes sense at this point. Clock is majorly a concern for ATK. IDK's gone rocking around. He hears the footsteps now. He knows it's coming on through. 1 kill found, never mind. Not even gonna get the 1. Massive coup for TeamOne in this round.
Absolutely incredible work from TeamOne, especially after losing that first pick. Things did not look well, and then, well, Rek hung around a little too long, got wrecked, and TeamOne took over the A site nice and easy. Timeout called. It's a TeamOne timeout. I think they weren't exactly expecting that round to work, and they're probably, all right, guys, that could have gone bad. It went better than expected. Now let's fix things up. Wondering what the call is going to be for TeamOne after this, because also the economic situation for ATK is still not great. They're still on the verge of a reset, and I don't even know if Rek has something to be purchased up here. Quick technical now for ATK, as we see the match pause go up on the HUD once again. But TeamOne still keeping within striking distance, I think, is the most important thing here. And they get 6 rounds out of this D half. They should be more than good to close out their own map pick.
Potentially. Still a little interesting for sure. I'm not ready to project just yet. I do know you love your projections, though, Boggs. When you like the Boggs computer model linear curve of, you know, like, they do win probability graphs for sports games of like what your win probability was at various moments. Yours would be like 0 to 100, back to 0 to 100, like round by round sometimes.
I've tempered out a little bit.
Have you?
Slightly.
We'll see. We'll see. The Bog's
It's all in the numbers, Mike.
The Bog's predictive model.
That would be hard to explain.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I could.
Oscillates like a fan.
It's a mix of gut feeling and numbers.
Mm-hmm. 3 bunch top mid for TeamOne. They're expecting aggression from the ATK here. This is what they're set up for. They know ATK is going to be limited. They know the money's going to be poo-poo trash. So they're expecting ATK to get bold somewhere. And to be fair, ATK is doing that. They're doing it out A-ramp.
Again.
And it's working. Again. And now TRK's going back to set up the mid-smoke with the bomb solo. Oh, that was such a moment where things could have gone wrong. Fortunately for them, ATK was not that far along in their own search. But they better move quick, because this is going to get weird. Swisher can slow them down here on Catwalk. This flank could be absolutely lethal. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're slowed down now. Swisher just trying to buy time. They're trying to wrap past him, and Swisher's actually worked his way in towards windows. So he's spent a lot of time trying to chase down this kill, being unable to find it. Rex now got caught mid. DJ knows they're coming his way. They've secured apartments. This is an ideal situation for ATK. 1 kill here, but Pesa traded out, and now that is the round that ATK needed.
That was a good, confident round from ATK. Exactly what you want to see from them on a broken buy as well. Again, exploiting the ramp, the lack of ramp control from TeamOne. And then Swisher with that little bit of a fake drop in window, able to just come back in on Catwalk, help Bowden out. Real good play overall from ATK. And this is some of the better Counter-Strike I've seen from ATK in ECL this season, which is a very good thing. Their games against Limitless and Tetonate, I think, were hopefully anomalies for ATK's sake.
Yeah. I mean, I think anytime you see a player get removed immediately afterwards who was on the team for like all of a month, it maybe tells a story of the fit wasn't right, the cohesion wasn't there. Mobstig probably won't affect the round, but you still do love to see the Mobstig. He's been slow to start, but he's a player who frequently takes a few rounds to warm back up. And if he can get going, I mean, we saw what he did against EG, right? This is a guy who can absolutely single-handedly turn the tides of momentum in a game. Getting the bench peek here. But Swisher.
Ooh.
I think he may have just heard that. He's going looking for it. He did hear it. He's got to check Cat, though.
Or he can do this.
Yeah, that works. I mean, when Bowden kills the Cat guy, and then you just easy sweep up. So for ATK, I mean, this looks like it was always the plan. Totally did involve 2 different force buys and massive momentum swings and rounds dropped where they had man advantages. It's all fine. They got an 8-4. They got an 8-4 box.
Yeah. They got an 8-4. Everybody's doing their job. DJ's the B anchor, so you can't really expect him to have too much impact in the overall majority of the rounds at any rate. And you do mention Mobs takes a while to get the engine going. He's like a V8 on a cold day. It takes him a long time, but once he gets going, there's a lot of horsepower behind that puppy, and he'll start hitting heads. Now, will he be able to start hitting the heads before map 1's over? I think is a question that might need to be said sooner rather than later, depending on how many rounds ATK can stack, as DJ's got a job to do here, and he at least gets 1. B anchor job accomplished. Bowden with another one. Swisher up on Cat, and IDK fighting out actually does win that duel, and he will get onto site as well. Plant will be critical for Team1 in this 2v3.
They're pushing into market. This is so spicy. TRK loses the duel, and now it's IDK all alone. So at least he already got the bomb planted, but missed him. Is taking no prisoners right now. 12-6. As we're going to see a 9th round on the board for ATK, and we come to the closing moments of this half. Team1 desperately need to get something out of these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, 6 is probably what they want, not necessarily what they need per se, but it would make their life a lot easier. ATK, a much stronger team on CT side than T side, which is good, but I mean, the same can't be said for Team1. 68.9% on T, 53.2 on CT side. But still, I don't think Team1 want to let ATK get double digits. That's where things could get a little scary. And ATK on the verge of that with a good opportunity here against the pistol half buy. Missed him in towards hell. Wreck it, ticket booth again, as we've seen time and time again. And missed him! That's 2 big ones. Rec helps him out. That's a mop-up job.
I mean, it's not a clip that he's going to want in the highlight reel, right? But it doesn't matter if the spray's clean or messy. You get her done. That's all that matters. And double digits, they will be very happy to take to the bench.
Timeout called by TeamOne. They're 2nd to 4. So they've already used 2 of their tactical pauses this early into the game. I don't think it's a bad thing given the fact that they are down by 6 rounds and ATK have a chance for an 11-4 half on the CT side. A team that has found it difficult to kick it into the right gear. You can't even say kick it into high gear. They found it difficult to get out of the driveway, to keep it with the car metaphors, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from the rotations, the reads, and the communication of ATK. Swisher looks comfortable. Mistum looks comfortable. Bowden is looking on point. And Rec, he's starting to come online as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a little tricky as you're standing to find your footing, right? I think one of the things that they've been doing to mitigate that is putting Rec into more forward angles where you can just trust the mechanics. He's got really nutty mechanics, right? He's a very good player individually, right? So if you go for those aggro pushes, if you go for some of those peaks, you give him more opportunity to use the instincts as opposed to trying to play off of his teammates, where that's a little trickier to get moving early as a stand-in. Pace, Pace looking for that op or looking for that jump in a window. I think he may have been spotted. There's no damaging utility to keep him back, so for now it's kind of detente here. First few seconds around, starting to whittle by here, Boggs. And with the smokes and suppression utility that they do have available, should be able to slow things down. Swisher in the ninja spot on B. That's gonna get real interesting because they're coming B. DJ's trying to get a free B. Little damage, not gonna happen. Let's see. Do they check ninja? What do you want to bet? Dollar bet. You think they do it or no?
$3 says no.
Whoa, he upped the ante. All right. Doesn't think they check it. Doesn't matter. Swisher kind of only got one past him. Got the kill. Got a second as well. Oh, my goodness. The turn. That is absurd. Swisher be swishing. TRK. Solo Dolo got the right read, but it's all about timing here as the player comes around. Wreck! Oh! TRK had the read, but who cares? Speaker's advantage plays out there, and we're going to the half.
Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. We both the same without rock bottom. Let it go, but we come back to craving problems. Am I your favorite kind of shame? Do I make you wanna?
Oh, and we are back in business here. 11-4 is the half scoreline as ATK, frankly, slaughtered TeamOne. It was very messy at the start, and then ATK pulled into clean air, and they were gone.
Over the wall.
Or far away.
I thought that was over the hills and far away.
Don't worry about it. Don't look too close.
Still, great song.
Looks like we're getting a full take here on towards A. 2 players ticket. No smoke for it. Means that they are going to have to fight ATK. They'll plant open to connector, so the bomb is at least going down, but a man advantage for TeamOne. Let's see if they can capitalize. They had advantages in the pistol round last time, and then Mistim said no. And Mistim is still alive here. Kill the con guy. It's a much better place to defend from. TRK gets one at the very least. That's the most he had to do, or the least he had to do, rather. But he has done it. The bomb is planted for them. There is no smoke to cover off. There's no kit either. And they're starting to lose the bodies. They've lost them entirely. Good round for Bodenmaster, 4 kills. And with that pistol, ATK is now in pole position to close this map.
They're really starting to pull ahead here.
I'm on the Boggs
Good look
predictive
from
model
ATK.
now. I'll predict. I'll project now.
It's contagious. Now, TeamOne have a very interesting choice to make. Do they want to force, or do they save here, concede to 13? Looks like they're going to go for a gamble stack towards A. Concede that 13th for all likelihood.
I mean,
And
you gotta, right? If you tried to
Yeah.
force in here with just 2K a player, and you lose. Yeah, you're
It's
basically punting on your own map pick.
yeah, and there are NA teams that will do that, though.
Yeah.
And TeamOne have been here for too long, so you never know.
Not for too long. Not long enough. Don't you take
That
my
is
Malouk
also
away
true.
from me.
Don't take mobs from me, Mike.
Noted Las Vegas team. TeamOne. And, well, this
I
round's
forget
over.
they're in Vegas.
Sorry, what was that?
I forget they're in Vegas.
Yeah, they've been there for 8
Meanwhile,
years now.
ATK is in Mexico.
Malouk actually has a side hustle counting cards in the casinos, you know.
I can see it. Man's got a brain on him.
Yeah, he does, and he's got that sort of understated look. You'd never see it coming. It's ideal for it. Hustler. Hustler he is.
Yeah. Casinos hate him for this one trick.
If any casinos are listening to this broadcast for some reason, I am making that up. Please do not.
Yes.
Please do not detain Malouk. Don't need any Ocean's 11 business going on. Fast play in, fast kill. Eventually taken through from Wreck. Gets the player through the box, and now TeamOne are in really tough positions. They got no real ability to do this retake. They don't have kits. Utility is limited. They got to make a really tough decision right now. Do you try and contest for this round, or do you punt and try and live to fight another day? It seems like they're going to give it a look in. Flashbang, good. Kill better. 1-for-1 is fine there for Wreck, especially with this mid lurk now developing. DJ has just spanked them on the bottom and sent them on their way. They'll try and save. And, well, at least they did get away from DJ, but he's put them on notice, and ATK can comfortably say there ain't no retake happening today.
Yeah, it's a punt from the 5-yard line right now for TeamOne. And it's better than throwing a pick 6, sure. But it's not a great situation for TeamOne. They're down a few scores, and ATK just are not letting up. They're not taking their foot off the gas. They continue pushing forward towards that eventual 16th. And it was 4-3 in favor of ATK
Yeah.
at one point in time.
Turn on the afterburners, man. It was 3-3. All nodded
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah, it was 3-3. Yeah, 3-3, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4,
ATK won a
6-4,
force buy
boom.
round on 3-3, and then it was straight to the races after that.
Yep, they're shoving into overdrive for sure. Ooh. I wonder if DJ's going to expect a push since that Molotov got extinguished. Nate does a little bit of damage, and he's not going to overextend. He is the lone man mid after all. But another A play from
Balls a
ATK.
sandwich.
Looking to bully these players, and there's a stack. 4 here from TeamOne.
Oh,
and
he's
Flames
on.
licking everybody.
Oh, checking it.
Rex got one.
All right.
Oh, boy.
That was the spot. Mobs could have won the round for them. Only gets one. Not quite what they were hoping for. ATK will rumble the player coming through smoke. Flash not effective, but with an A down and with the lurk gone. Okay, lurk dealt with. This is interesting. This is legs. They're back into it. Swisher needs to find a kill here. Mistim's the insurance policy, but Mistim stuck in towards Sandwich. Can't really do much, and Swisher has to give it up and reposition. He knows his position was known. He was rumbled. He was damaged. They've got a read on his spot. Mistim. Only take one, but that bomb's ticking away. TeamOne needs to get on it sooner rather than later. TRK is just going to stick the defuse. The question is, can Swisher get here in time? And the answer is no, he cannot. Even if IDK didn't get that kill, it was over. So TeamOne, a stay of execution, a chance at least to show us what they got in this second half.
Now let's see. No ops still for TeamOne. Bowden pulls out the big green of his own. Looks like he's using the Gunganir right now. Or is that a Medusa? I can't tell from this far away. Either way, ATK back in the buy. Still have some money left over, although Swisher and Bowden a little poorer compared to the rest of their teammates. But ATK looking to just finish this one off. 2 more is all they need. Could be a little difficult to get that one across the line, though. CT said Mirage, notoriously strong in the current meta.
Yeah, but TeamOne's still brittle, right? So if you're going to do it, this is the round.
Yes.
You find this one, their money's broken for the last. This is your ideal situation, and missed him. Oh, the cheeky lad. He's just walked up. Pace is going looking for it. Pace is spotted. Damage on. Missed him. Knew there was another player there. He's distracting so much focus, drawing them here in towards this con and wasting their utility as well. And in the meantime, ATK is going to take full advantage of that to rock up Catwalk. You've got a super isolated TRK. Oh, this is looking good for ATK. TeamOne need to get this rotation. They need to get on their horses and ride. TRK, can he do anything here? He's volleyed out. Oh, no one's watching, so Bowden goes down, but a 1-for-1's not bad. Maluk, though, tells the scales back in their favor. A flank's coming up through apartments. This bomb's going to be down, but is anyone going to expect the Apps flank? It's Pasadelo. He's low. 1 bullet will do him. It's got to be well placed, and right now enough utilities coming out of market that they are distracted. ATK figuring out the responsibility, losing that get right player. That's rough. Okay, DJ, a vital kill might still allow them this defense. He knows he's dancing with the devil here, but Rek and DJ are setting up well for it. Mobs, the hero, they need one, and they're gonna find it. Mobs, enough of a force to draw their attention towards Catwalk. That's the finishing blow now, and that's gonna be TeamOne continuing to climb. But, Boggs, the bomb plant means they are not out of the woods yet.
No, they're not. Mistim can drop an op over to Bowden. Swisher can go on a Mac-10 or even a Galil and just no utility out with that. Still plenty of possibilities for ATK. And TeamOne are not great economically. Only Maluk has money. TRK at 1,200. He's still in the general neighborhood of a buy. But it's not great for TeamOne still. And ATK on the verge of resetting the Brazilian squad again. But now we're starting to see CT side have its impact. We're starting to see TeamOne claw things back and forth. It's an incredible road they have to cross. 8 rounds in a row from this point. It was 14-4, so 10 rounds in a row required to tie things up for TeamOne. I don't know if they can, but at the very least they're starting to close that gap, and that's a good sign leading into map number 2 at any rate.
Swisher catches that HE. Hold that. Now it's Mistim's turn. Oh, okay. All right. Nice rebound there for Swisher. Catches the mid player. He's going to try and work his way into window, see if he can't get that gun, gain that position. And indeed, he can. He's way in a ladder as well. This is going to get spicy on the smoke bait. Bowden's looking for the fight. The trade is there. Maluk down 1-for-1 and now pressuring out Mobs. He'll take the initiative. He'll get ahead of the Molotov. And that's a great maneuver from the Guatemalan. Bomb's going to go down. So bomb plant again secured. TeamOne out of position for this one. Mobs stuck, bottled up. It's up to his teammates to create an opening for him to get back into the action. You've got Swisher way off, trying to control the rotations, but they're not going in window, so he's going to be the bit of the insurance policy. The move onto the Balk, 2 kills in. That should be it. Mobs will try, but this is desperation. Frankly, he should be getting out of here, and he'll be run down. No survivors, no money taken through. The economy shattered, and 15 on the board for ATK.
15 for ATK after long last, and this is going to be a last-ditch buy from TeamOne. not calling a timeout from the looks of things into this round, which is a little surprising given the implications of it. A scout from Maluk, Deagles on 3, and MP9 for TRK. And there is one thing they lack that could be minorly important here, and that is a defuse kit. That means they must win via elimination, or at the very least clean things up quickly enough to get that 10-second defuse. B Hall's run from ATK. 2 players here, plus the cat player, Maluk, scoping in, not getting a tag. TRK actually will get the first and attack on direct now. Finally,
they're bailing.
This has to be an abort.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to go for the just the jaw-breaking uppercut, and Pesadillo, he gets walked past. Now Swisher's gonna have to come back to the fray. He knows that, and Pesa more than ready for it. What a cheeky play there on the underpass push. This is a complete non-starter here for ATK. Ooh, what a shot from Maluk. Was gonna say the one thing they could still have going in their favor is economic damage, but at this point, it's just wreck to find it. 1 kill not enough, and 1 kill is all they will get. TeamOne, it was looking dire, but maybe a little bit of hastiness for ATK, and well, that hastiness has cost them.
Don't be hasty. Also, I have a question about why would you rush B against pistols and weaker buys, but
because you're trying to get them braining it out, right? Trying to go for some sort of cheeky play and just go, all right, let's throw the change-up pitch, catch them off guard, but in this case, yeah, definitely didn't work out in their favor.
That's the thing with a change-up, though. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, that ball's long gone.
Yep.
And you got to set up the change-up with a fastball, too, so it throws them off. Well, it's a pistol round for ATK, so you can't expect much damage to come from it. Should be a clean hop-up for TeamOne that they should get to 8 now. Let's see how many kills ATK can manage if they even do get 1. They still have the deagle for DJ, but I don't think the Glocks will really make too much of an impact in this round.
All right, so
for TeamOne, it's just minimizing death.
On the Bog's predictive scale, oh goodness, Pesa. Oh, uh-oh. Come on now. If the cat player overextends into ladder, this could get a little weird. Minute on the clock still. IDK hasn't seen anything for a while. Does he go looking? He may have just seen a player drop down. Rifle's now been picked up here for Bowden. Oh, Bowden's got the kill. It's falling apart. All right, hold that thought.
Dunk.
We're getting into the action here. Bowden's past the nade, so he's not dropped just yet. These players don't even have armor. They should be so vulnerable. And Swisher does get checked, at least. If they can get a bomb plant out of this, this is frankly a miracle. Gun's going to be picked up. If they kill this ticket player, that would be huge, but Maluk does not want to allow that. They're going to be able to cross. They're going to be able to fight. The bomb's going to be dropped, and it is going to be a recovery here for TeamOne. So a little scary, a little wild, but all good. All good. What I was going to ask you, Boggs, is how many rounds does TeamOne need to get on the Boggs predictive model to swing this to an OT prediction?
I mean, well, they have to get to 15 to get to...
No.
Oh.
But I mean, the Boggs predictive model. We're not talking about when it actually happens. We're talking about the projections here.
Oh, the Boggs predictive model actually bets against people to not make it to OT. So
Okay.
it doesn't think that teams with a long run like this make it to OT often.
Okay, fake comeback.
So you pretty much have to hit it. You get to 13 and then it's like, okay, you're starting to get above 50%. But
All right.
I think TeamOne might actually have a case for it the way they've been playing the last few rounds.
See? Oh, I didn't expect that. Wreck gets 2. Woohoo! IDK in the spot. Right in the nick of time. That could have been it. That could have been Dunzo instead. They still haven't seen the bomb. They still can't comfortably read. They are going to rotate, though. And this is right. This is correct. This is IDK. Missing an opportunity, but getting damage off of it. Oh, TRK taken down here towards jungle. The double face, the line up for him. Spacing was poor, and it is punished. Another round that looks like it's going a little scary. And TeamOne bring it back just in the nick of time.
This is timeout for TeamOne in my view. Once they get a buy up, timeout. Fix what's going on. Because there's little things there, like the spacing on that can't be happening.
You mean
You
for,
can't be lining up
for ATK?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you get a buy up next round, ATK, you call a timeout. Right then and there. Boom. You gotta fix what's going on. Because you let TeamOne back into this game, I don't think ATK want to go to overtime. If they go to overtime, they probably lose.
Or do they?
Now this is where the psychology
Yeah.
gets into it.
All right. Where's the Boggs predictive model on this one? What I will say is, two of your pieces, Bowden and Swisher, popping right now.
Yes.
Even in
And
these
I would
rounds
say
you've been
Rex
losing,
doing
you're still
solid.
getting some damage. You're still getting some impact. So, I don't know. Still,
But it's all about the mental.
all about the mental. Mental.
You let a team come back from 14-4 and take you to overtime.
Yeah.
Good luck closing it out. That's why I need a timeout from ATK, something to reset them. Get back into it. Also slow down TeamOne's momentum because they had that one round where they had 4 survive with that force fight. The pace of play out towards underpass just completely stymied everything ATK had built up and flipped it back into the favor of TeamOne. And Pace is farming now too, which is never a good sign if you're up against him. If you're Team1, you want Pace to be fragging like this, and well,
Just gotta get some tasty eeks, you know? Little eeks.
oh yeah, delicious. My favorite.
Get the juices flowing. Pace has got 4 of them. Pile up the plate. That's a value meal right there.
He went to the buffet for sure.
5 rounds. You a buffet guy?
Honestly, no.
Yeah, I feel like they usually...
I think I've been to 1 or 2 buffets, and they were both Indian food, which 10 out of 10. All you can eat Indian food, but not a huge general buffet guy.
Yeah. Gamble. Bit of a risk. What was that? Oh, that was the anti-smoke Molotov, but it definitely didn't land exactly where they wanted it to. IDK's now just staring at his own molly, thinking, where did I go wrong? Utility mostly dodged on the interim, on the beginning here. Swisher, he's past the smoke. Oh, they're going to think it's good. This could be bad. Swisher, he can't quite close the kill. He might be tempted to chase now. Is he going to be able to get away? IDK wants the peek, and IDK's got it. So oddly enough, the near blunder there works out beautifully for them. And Mobs, again, look at this health. 7 HP on Mobs, 2 on TRK. This round could have swung wildly in either direction, but for Team1, they are thanking whatever guardian deities they believe in right now because they've got a double man advantage.
It's still recoverable for ATK given the players they have alive. Bowden has been cracked, Rex solid, missed him as well. But it's not a very likely scenario, and with them being so segmented, I think it's more of a safe call from ATK, despite the fact they've tagged down 3 players to no HP. Mistim goes down to Pace, so that should seal the deal here. Last 2 sprinting into B. Rec around the corner, Molotov. Will that burn the 1 player alive? He'll do the deed with the guns, but IDK from bench sits them both down, and 4 rounds now the gap. ATK, where is your timeout?
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen much in terms of that. They're still feeling the confidence. They're still feeling it flowing. I mean, admittedly, that round, that's one of those where it's like a butterfly flaps its wings on the opposite side of the globe, and somehow TRK doesn't die on the platform there. And
yeah,
who's to say what could have happened? But as it is, fast play. Here we go. 2 players are here initially. Double Molotov. You're not getting out of this one. Smokes are going to go in. They are going to commit through. They're taking a lot of damage in doing so. Flying out the window. Need some kills. Need some frags. Not getting them. The rifles stabilizing nicely here, and it's looking like a non-starter for ATK. There's the fastball you were looking for. It's
fastball right down the pipe, though.
Not going to land very successfully.
Yeah. Not quite a home run round for Team1, but they got multiple bases out of that one. Solid stuff again. And the utility in apartments makes things difficult for ATK to actually get in onto the site. This gap is getting closed. It is too close for comfort for ATK, and they're back on a bye. They have still not called a timeout, and they have lost 8 of the last 9 rounds. Oh, Maluk, if you drop down, he gets the pick on the Bowden. Still might manage that if Bowden walks out here. But I think Bowden's going to be content to peek in towards Connector. Still. Uninspiring what I've seen lately from me. Oh, that's brutal.
There's the momentum taken from Mesa. Flashbang, nice peek. They find the opener. Initiative taken. They're going to smoke window. Don't think there's a gap this time around for Maluk. So he's going to drop the nade very effectively and back away. Space taken, prompting the reformat, but a lot of options here for ATK. Still, the utility's dwindling down. They've just got one smoke now, Box. One smoke in the hands of Wreck. Ooh, this could be dangerous, and there's that smoke gone. Few flashes, 3 Molotovs at least. Still, they're going to be brute force in this one way or another.
Those flashes are critical. Chain them over, get the site control, use the mollies for the post plant. It's doable. Not easy for sure. Missed him with a tag on the Maloop, but it's not enough. Rex sprinting in. Bowden gets caught by Pesa. Mobs up in Palace with 2 brilliant shots. And Rek can't do anything either. A flawless victory for TeamOne. They have so much money here. And finally, we get an ATK timeout.
There it is. There's your timeout.
Oh,
All right, so you said
they're gonna
13.
give me an aneurysm.
You said 13. Is the box predictive model swung for TeamOne yet?
It's where they start to actually have the possibility. It's still not likely. It's more likely than not, but at the same time, it's still so many rounds in a row where
Well, they've already won 7 in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
the odds are they lose a round here. It's a numbers game at some point too.
This was 15-6.
Yeah,
7
15 to
rounds in
6,
a row,
15.
man.
Yeah, so at some point they technically should lose a round here or there.
Technically. Well, I think we need to send you to classes for statistics. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Fast play coming
It's a
through.
pistol buy.
Nades flying into con. No one went for the con peak, but I like the idea. Why not for ATK? Huck in 5 HEs. Boost up over the smoke. Player into window. There's no one really watching this mid fight, so there's a lot of space for ATK to work. Still, they blew their utility load early on. You wouldn't imagine there's going to be much going from this. Oh, Wreck. He's out on steps. This is going to get weird. Swisher
Don't
on
doubt the
TRK.
Eagles.
This is isolated. Swisher gets the first, not the second. They know that TRK's solo dolo now. IDK was his support man. He's not been able to get that. TRK trying to make this happen here. He's knocked down quite low. 20 HP and Wreck has just killed them on the other side. It's all in a Malouk. It's all in a Malouk. Oh no! And so goes TeamOne. There's your round. They should technically be losing, and it did indeed come through with the pistols, with the round where they invested heavily into a nade stack, and the nade stack didn't even do anything. They just killed everybody. Wreck slipping out to stairs was the knife in the back that TeamOne was not expecting. The stand-in was the X factor to close map 1 for ATK here, Bugs.
They called a timeout and look what happened.